In 2006, we lost Ronnie Sox of the famous Sox and Martin racing team. It was a shock to the Mopar world, and we all realized at that moment that we were not going to have our heroes around forever. Soon wrote an editorial in Mopar Collector's Guide referencing how we needed to do a Hall of Fame for the Mopar heroes that we grew up with, to preserve Mopar history for the future generations. As the years went by, I ran into a good friend of mine, Jim Kramer, at a show, and he asked me when I was going to do a Mopar Hall of Fame. I must have looked at him with a yeah right look in my eyes. He proceeded to say, "If you don't do it, no one else will." In my heart of hearts, I knew he was right, so in 2011 I began lining up sponsors and critical people to help me pull something together that the entire Mopar community could be proud of. What we ended up with was a number of Hall of Fame induction dinners that were held Saturday night of each Chrysler's at Carlisle event from 2012 until 2018. The Mopar Hall of Fame will go forward each preceding year in the pages of Mopar Collector's Guide magazine. This is one of those recordings made on one of those incredible nights at the Mopar Hall of Fame at Chrysler's at Carlisle.
Our next inductee will be Mr. Dick Landy, who is no longer with us, of course. That's the problem with this whole situation is all of us guys are getting older and we're losing a lot of the people. We've lost Dick, we've lost Nicholson, we lost Ronnie, of course. We lost Jenkins here a couple of weeks ago. Cotton Owens, who we'll talk about later. We've just, all of us are getting older. None of us are going to get out of this alive, but, we're trying to do something now while we still can. And Todd's going to come up. He's going to accept for Dick Landy. Todd is a huge car collector from down in Florida who loves all these race cars. Todd has the 72 car that I drove in 72. It's fully restored. It's over here in the dealership building. And he also, when Dick passed away, he went out and got with Jeannie and bought a bunch of Dick stuff and his cars. And Dick was the Dodge clinic program as compared to the Sox and Martin clinic program. When Chrysler got Buddy and Ronnie to come on board in '65, and then they put the clinic program together. Buddy and Ronnie ran the Plymouth clinic program, and Dick ran the Dodge program. Dick was from California, so he raced in a kind of different world out there from where we lived, but he had to come back east, every summer and race because them people in California, they thought them cars with no fenders were the way to race, and we didn't do that. So, but I drove for Dick couple of times at various times. That's how I kind of weaseled my way into the Sox and Martin deal here. I'd sneak in and get to drive for him at an event sometime. And fortunately, every time I drove for Buddy and Ronnie, I won with the car. And when I got in the car with Dick, I won with his car. As a matter of fact, the time I drove for Dick at the Winter Nationals, I beat Buddy and Ronnie's car in the final round. I don't remember who was driving it, but you should have got me to drive it, Buddy. But I think Joe Fisher was. I may be wrong, yeah. And about 3 months later, Buddy hired me full time, so that worked out good. But Todd's going to come up here and talk about Dick. Where are you, Todd? Come on up here.
Hiding. Well, it's my great honor for the Landy family to ask me to take this. They apologize for the fact that they are not able to be here. The Landy family would like to thank everyone in attendance and the Mopar fans throughout the country. Dick promoted and pioneered Mopar for over 40 years. Not just competitive racing, but performance clinics and at dealerships throughout the country. Advisor to Chrysler, supporting the Mopar aftermarket. Dick found that being class showman and promoter was the best tool for Chrysler to support drag racing and racing to excel. The family is very honored for the induction and recognition of Dick's long career with Mopar, and they thank you. So,
like Todd said, Dick was absolutely one of the best PR people working with the magazines and getting ink, and he really knew the right way to do that. He was an excellent PR person, as well as a great racer. And that's what it took to get the Chrysler name out there. And at the dealerships, when they'd hold the clinics, they would come in, put the cars on display, and set up all the boards, just like Buddy and Ronnie did. And you were hands-on, interactive with the people. They would come in with their cars and ask questions, and Dick and Buddy and Ronnie were able to talk to these people one-on-one, and that was really impressive for the people because Chevy and Ford had no one that could do that. Ford tried to copy it, but it never even begun to get off the ground like the Chrysler Clinic programs did. And like I say, Dick was just great at promoting that stuff and doing a really good job with it.
You know, as good as you were on the drag strip, was there some issues with the left foot once in a while up against Mr. Landy?
Yeah. Now you're going to get Buddy mad at me. When I came to work for Buddy and Ronnie, the first NHRA event we went to was York, Pennsylvania. I think they called it the Summer Nationals then. And it came down to Dick and I on the final run. And I red lighted against him on the final run. Buddy hadn't forgiven me yet. But I made up for it a month later. I won the U.S. Nationals at Indy, so that worked out good. Thank you, Todd.
Again, the Landy family, thank you, and again, it's my honor. Thank you.
If you like this video, please smash the like button, and if you want to see more videos like this one online, hit the subscribe to Mopar TV button. It's totally free. Also, if you'd like to support the Mopar Hall of Fame and to vote for future inductees, go to MoparCollectorsGuide.com and subscribe to the only Mopar magazine that matters. A portion of your subscription will go to help keep Mopar history alive for future generations.